Are you well? Yes. Just one lady at the front answered. It's good to hear that I'm not being paid this evening because Steve just can't email his parents back. It's charity. It's fine, isn't it? It's fine. Yeah, no, I did get paid very much for being a Cockney lady on the TV. Oh well, science! No, this is nice. I love doing these gigs. They're really nice because I do gigs all over the country and they're not always nice. I did a gig the other day, right, and my face was on the flyer and they put a banner across my forehead that said, "Free entry." But you've all paid. So I'm a comedian. Sorry, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a lady who wants to get more out of her physics GCSE. That's what's happening. Because I've been looking it all up. Because it turns out, you guys know, because you're like intimidatingly intelligent for an audience of comedy. But like cosmology is not just the art of reading the magazine Cosmo, even if you do it really well. Also, there's a few of these because I've just written them. And turns out an asteroid belt is it's not just something athletes hide under their shorts. Okay, fine. Strap in, there's a few. And bulge is not just something in your pants. The Milky Way has one. Just a fact. And comet is not just a lost reindeer. A neutrino isn't just Oxide's friend. That is a niche joke for people who like their garage songs. And it turns out quark is a building block of particles. It's not just a really posh duck. Quark, quark. Alright, fine, I'll keep that one. Guys. So I started learning about science. And the real reason, right, was a certain man. Have we heard of him? Professor Brian Cox. Yeah, we've heard of him. Right, just clearly some big fans in the room. No, Professor Brian Cox, who is so much more than just a penis joke. Isn't he? Because he's a cock. No. Because I was watching TV with my gran, like when we were at home, and we were both watching one of his programs about science, and we were both enjoying it, and we were both inspired by it. And then she was like, "Oh, she's Irish. Oh, who's that flat-chested lesbian? I like her." And I actually think me and Brian look a bit similar, don't we? I'm going for more of a gravitational wave. But he's got good hair, isn't he? He's well conditioned. But I saw him on TV, right, and he genuinely really inspired me. Like, just to be serious for a minute, he really inspired me to want to sleep with him. Anyone else? Fellas? Yeah! You've got great hair too, hello! Rocker. No, I don't really want to sleep with Brian Cox. I don't. His face would get in the way, wouldn't it? I don't want to sleep with him. No, I don't. I just want to have like a sexually charged coffee. You know? And maybe discuss like double diffraction dissociation at large momentum transfer. Yeah, guys. That's the name of his PhD. The only words I understand in that sentence are double and large. But anyway, I'm working on it. So I'm learning about the universe, right, to impress Brian Cox. Because I think he'd be impressed by facts and stuff, wouldn't he? And because before Brian, I knew nothing, genuinely knew nothing about the universe. Like a year before Brian Cox, like 1 BC. I knew nothing. Like my friend once said to me, she was like, "Sam, what's your favourite planet?" And I was like, probably Planet Hollywood. Right, because that's all I knew, that's all I knew. But I found out planets are made from the matter of dead stars, which, to be fair, sounds a lot like Planet Hollywood. Yeah. not just a pretty face. I'm just looking at the jokes on his show. Okay. Yeah, no, so I'm learning about the universe, and I'm learning about all the planets as well, because obviously we know some of them, don't we? There's Venus, which is named after the goddess of razors. Come on, guys, me and her knew. And there's also Mars. I love Mars. Mars is like the Stephen Fry of the universe. Well read. Yeah. And Saturn as well, right? Saturn, you guys, some of you probably know this, but Saturn, I found this out, has 2 moons that swap orbit every 4 years to keep minty fresh. Also, Saturn has like over 60 moons and only 53 of them are named. That's hard, isn't it? So right here, right now, I want to name one of Saturn's moons. And I'm going to name it Ghana. Because does anyone know the name of Saturn's second biggest moon? Rhea! Yay! Sex in Spain. Fine. That goes down better at like less intelligent clubs. Fine. They all have it. No. We've all had it, guys. Come on. It's clearing up at the moment. Let's just take the antibiotics. So I'm learning about all these planets, right? And also like learning about Earth. That's this one. For the gonorrhea fans, that's this one. And because the ancient Greeks believed that the Earth was the centre of the universe. I love that. It's not. But I love that confidence. Because you know when your mum says to you, Samantha, what do you think everything revolves around you? Now you can be like, well, actually, Mum, the ancient Greeks did, and they're arguably the events of modern civilization, so if I'm going to jump into bed with one universe theory, it might as well be them. You're welcome. Steve, you didn't start the thing, so I have no idea how long I've done or will do.
Got 5 more minutes.
Oh, great. Ages. So, gonorrhea. No, I'm finding out all this stuff, right, to impress Brian, and it's so interesting. Like, I found out a nebula is this thing that surrounds, it's like a cloud of dust and gas. It's where stars are born. It's what pushy parents hope stage school is. So I can relate. And also like corona, that is the outer layer of the atmosphere of a star. And my favourite beer. And I'm finding it all out. And, you know, so all of our planets, they're in our galaxy, aren't they? The Milky Way. I found out the Milky Way is 11.5 billion years old. 11.5 billion. That is some mouldy chocolate. No, stop it. Stop. No, but there are 100 billion galaxies in our known universe. I'd eat them all. Now stop. You stop. Stop it. No, honestly, genuinely, it blows my mind that the universe is owned by Nestle. No wonder we have so much sugar in our diets, written in the stars. Isn't it? The universe is expanding and so are we. Just made it. Side effect of the gonorrhea. I'm learning all about this to impress Brian. And I think, like, Brian. He's just stormed out. That's enough. No, I'm learning about it, and I think one thing I could do that would really impress him, right, is become an astronaut. And I realise that's not a small step; it's a giant leap. But I love puns, guys. I love puns. I inherited a love of puns from my dad. I also inherited his lack of chin. I can't wear a bike helmet, it's got no purchase. Anyway, I love puns. So I think I could be an astronaut, and I think I'd be really good at it, right? I think I'd be a lot like Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality. Just nice. Because I looked it up, and some astronauts experience 15 dawns in 24 hours. And things are always dawning on me. Also, they don't have showers in space. They use wet wipes. And I've been to Glastonbury. Experience. And during astronaut training, they freeze the inside of your ear to see how you cope without balance. And I actually have experience of vodka. There you guys. I think I'd be really good. But there's a lot to worry about, like when you're thinking about going to space, because especially as a woman, right? But 2015 was the first year that the number of women in space has finally outnumbered, wait for it, the number of dogs. Yeah, the number of dogs. The first, the Science Museum people who've been will know, the first dog in space was called Laika. It's my favourite. When you've got a Laika. Laika. No, but there's a lot to worry about as a woman in space. Like, apart from that, dogs have had more action than you. Because, like, last year there was this panel of 4 cosmonauts, Russian astronauts, and 3 were men and 1 was a woman. And before they went to space, they did a press conference. And the men were asked questions about flight controls and science, and the woman was asked, before she went to space, what are you going to do with your hair? In space, what are you going to do with your hair? Tie it back and carry on with the science? Like, what did they expect her to say? Oh, duh. She's Russian. Well, I was thinking, in space, I would let my hair flow free. So in anti-gravity, I feel like a mermaid. Can you imagine the conversation she had with her hairdresser? Like, oh, Yelena, you're anywhere nice, or... The space. Space? OMG, space! Space! What are you going to do with your hair? My first and most important question. Secondly, why are you getting your hair done in Essex? No, space. Okay, space. I could whip you up some Princess Leia buns. Did you pack a bikini? Like, there's so much to worry about. And also, like that same last year, they tested an all-female crew, didn't they, in Russia? They didn't go to space, but they tested them on Earth, and they had a press conference. And the press asked them, before they were tested for 8 days on Earth, the press asked them, how will you cope without men? For 8 days. How will you cope without men? Pretty fucking well. It'd be like a spa break. Or the most expensive hen do you've ever been on. Can you imagine? So guys, this year, for Sheila's hen, we decided to go to space. So if you could all transfer £3 million into my bank account ASAP. And then when you're up there, it's like, guys, there's something wrong, there's an alarm going off. There's something stuck in the air then. Oh, it's just the penis straws. It's a long way to send a stripper. I better leave you. But I'm still, I'm still trying with Brian. I'm still trying, and I'm orbiting him. I'm ready for the Big Bang. And when it happens, I hope I see stars and not just Robin Ince. Thank you very much. I've been Samantha Baines. I forgot to say, I'm doing a preview of my new show all about the universe and my love for Brian, and it's called One Woman, a Dwarf Planet and Two Cocks. And it's on Thursday at the Museum of Comedy in Holborn, and I'm doing another one in July, and I'll be at the Edinburgh Fringe at the Pleasance Courtyard every day at 3:30 with this show. Thank you, bye!